So let me just remind you here, Israel has been conducting operations in Gaza and Lebanon and Iran. And not everybody's been very happy about that. Donald Trump is really a full-fledged supporter of Israel. It doesn't matter what Israel does, they still support Israel. Matter of fact, Donald Trump was the first president to move its country's embassy to Jerusalem.
We will move the American embassy to the eternal capital of the Jewish people, Jerusalem.
Declaring Jerusalem as a capital.
Today we officially opened the United States Embassy in Jerusalem. Congratulations. It's been a long time coming.
State, and they have their wars, and every war has been phony. Some wars the American people are basically never told about. For example, the war in Syria. And you may actually hear from grown-up reporters who are lying through their teeth or ignorant beyond imagining that, oh, the war in Syria, yes, Russia intervened in Syria. Well, do you know that that Obama tasks the CIA to overthrow the Syrian government, starting 4 years before Russia intervened? What kind of nonsense is that? And how many times did the New York Times report on Operation Timber Sycamore, which was the presidential order to the CIA to overthrow Bashar al-Assad? 3 times in 10 years. This is not democracy. This is a game. And it's a game of narrative. Why did the U.S. invade Iraq in 2003? Well, first of all, it was completely phony pretenses. It wasn't, oh, we were so wrong, they didn't have weapons of mass destruction. They actually did focus groups in the fall of 2002 to find out what would sell that war to the American people. Abe Schultzke, if you want to know the name of the PR genius. They did focus groups on the war. They wanted the war all the time. They had to figure out how to sell the war to the American people, how to scare the shit out of the American people. It was a phony war. Where did that war come from? You know what? It's quite surprising. That war came from Netanyahu, actually. You know that? It's weird. And the way it is that Netanyahu had from 1995 onward the theory that the only way we're going to get rid of Hamas and Hezbollah is by toppling the governments that support them. That's Iraq, Syria, and Iran. And the guy's nothing if not obsessive. And he's still trying to get us to fight Iran this day, this week. He's a deep, dark son of a bitch, sorry to tell you, because he's gotten us into endless wars, and because of the power of all of this in the U.S. politics, he's gotten his way. But that war was totally phony. So what is this democracy versus dictatorship? Come on. These are not even sensible terms.
We have no interest in a conflict with Syria. We will determine Israel's policy towards Syria according to the emerging reality on the ground.
I discussed all of this again last night with my friend, U.S. President-elect Donald Trump. It was a very friendly, very warm, and very important conversation. We talked about the need to complete Israel's victory, and we also talked at length about the efforts we are making to free our hostages.
We had a very good talk. We discussed what is going to happen, and I'll be very available on January 20th, and we'll see. As you know, I gave warning that if these hostages aren't back home by that date, all hell's going to break out.